So I'm going to hand it over to Katrina.
Thank you. We at Scoot Insights played a part in the shop alongs, the eye tracking part of the work. But when we moved into the next phase of the consumer journey framework, the use phase, we had to go past the store. So we had to see what happened when the users took the speakers home. Past the POS, past anything you can do at Best Buy, how are these speakers living and breathing in people's homes, and how are they interacting with them, especially with the new capabilities. So we used Discuss.io's webcam-enabled platform to conduct some conversations. And they were really that, to Jim's point at the beginning. They were conversations. Where does your speaker live? Where does it come around with you? What are your pain points? And then we could see it very visually through the webcam as they walked us through their home and talked about some issues along the way. We learned a lot, and we got some fabulous positive feedback about the brand, about it living up to some of the expectations set by the POS, including the form factor, the sound quality, some of the attributes like durability. But I'm actually going to let a couple of the participants tell us about that.
Because I am a musician, I was looking for sound quality, so that was important on my list, and this is something that I was kind of thinking about what I might use it for. And since I would use it to help me teach, in addition, I would use it for my own enjoyment, but then it was also something I would try to use as a tool to help me teach. And because I also teach marching band, which I teach oftentimes outside, it's something that I wanted to not only sound good, but something that could be loud, the sound could carry, and then, God forbid, some silly kid drop kicks it, or I drop it, and I wanted something that I wasn't going to be afraid that it was going to die if something happened to it.
And a lot of the people we spoke to had actually upgraded from the previous boom or mega boom speakers specifically to try out the voice capability. And for some of them, this was their first opportunity interacting with Alexa or connecting their home at all. So some of them came from that perspective.
I got grandkids now, so it's kind of like I want them to come to the house, relax, or by the pool side was the major. The pool or the camping, you can do both. Also, the little grandkids talking to Alexa might, give them kind of a fun thing to do, or tell a bedtime story. There's all kinds of things you can do to help them interact. So that was a major part of the purchase.
So we're very glad Glenn's grandchildren are visiting more frequently now as a result. But what we also learned is by taking that step into a voice-controlled world, the speaker actually transitioned categories a bit and became involved in this connected world for folks. And they loved the sound quality. They were getting what they were used to from a brand they felt positively about, but they were running into connectivity issues, figuring out the difference between Wi-Fi and Bluetooth in their house and how to interact with Alexa. So we actually learned a lot of things past the speaker itself into the world it's now inhabiting.
I'm at home, it's harder to do Alexa. It's harder. It's easier to do it with my phone when I'm at home. But recently, when I took the bass and the actual speaker away from my home and tried to play it at a conference where at the registration desk where I was volunteering, it wouldn't work at all, which kind of made me concerned. Because the whole purpose of me getting this thing was so when I do go out of town, and I love going to the beach. I'm a water person, salt water, I love it. So when I do go to the beach, which I plan to do this summer, is it gonna work? And I was really frustrated.
So that conversation will keep going. But I think that the important thing here is to have these conversations. So when you move into the fourth phase of the framework, which is traditionally talk about, right? And as Ross was mentioning, that's when Logitech is listening and reading cues, looking at social media, looking at online reviews, trying to get a sense what the word of mouth is around a product. The other way to do that phase is to talk to or talk with the consumers and have these conversations with them to keep connecting, keep that relationship going so that you're not just listening to, you're talking to them. And I'm going to hand it back to Jim to tell us a little bit more about continuing that conversation. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.